team winning and everybody in first place. Raise your glass, let's celebrate. Own lane in your own race. Why you got such a sad face? Not up to me, you chose your fate. It's a long way going down. All I can do is say congratulations. All you niggas do is play and hate. But how can you hate when you can't relate? I ain't got time, I got moves to make. Cross the finish, not shake and bake. I don't know what to do with my hands. But get this money and dance. Oh, man. She like, give me one more chance. All I do is give her cash. She get the cash, she drop it so fast. She on the pole, she doing her dance. I'm like, mommy, come get me that stance. I'm like, put her back and she like, I don't give a fuck, she rockin' my back. She got hands on her body.
Who got game? We got game. What's up, everybody? Happy holidays. Look at this festive set we got today. I am Jason Zone Fisher, joined as always by Pavy to my left and the one and only BD Baron Davis to my right for a very special edition of Who Got Game, live from SLiC Studios here in Los Angeles, California. How you feeling, man?
I am feeling very, very, very tired.
Yeah, you were just in Miami for our days.
Worked over, hung over, excited over, NFT over, metaverse over, sports, fantasy.
All of it.
Man, kicking ass.
Well, you better get out the metaverse and get back into reality right now because we are live all over the internet right now. Who got game? Thanks for tapping in. BD just got back from Miami. This man is always hustling.
Basel, NFT Week. Shout out to Decentral. Shout out to One Of. I spoke on the panel, talking about sports NFTs, sports betting, fantasy, just all the good shit, that is happening in our space. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that space because one of the leaders in that space is Stat Hero.
I've been kicking Stat Hero's ass.
Yeah, hopefully they still exist because BD's been taking all their cash.
I'm telling y'all, you better listen to me.
You can beat the house and you can get money, and BD's claiming that he is just crushing it right there.
It's just like playing like virtual GM, right?
Well,
I get to take some money, make some money, get a salary cap, and go against their computer and algorithm. Now, you know, basketball to me is about basically understanding the player, the game, the situation, all that.
Yeah.
I have not lost. I am not
That's
a
impressive.
gambler, ladies and gentlemen. I do this for the simple fact that I like to win. And I get paid for winning. That is better than I don't know. I'm covering my hands with my face, and we have a producer here,
gives a subtle
and
note
he's like
to you,
giving
BD.
these fucking notes.
Well, it was a subtle
and he's
note.
like, "Yo, you're covering your face because
Yeah.
I am making a point."
Yeah, well, it was real smooth.
People know what I look like.
That's right.
I was making a point, and the point was that Stat Hero, for me, is a holiday gift and a gift that keeps giving. Now, with you,
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure. Yeah, no,
I don't know about
I
you.
think, that's why Stat Hero is around because, I've taken a couple L's. But I'm coming back today, and Stat Hero brought in the collector here to talk about the app. So let's bring him in. We got a special guest on the show joining us today here on the holiday couch. Jason from Stat Hero. Jason, you got the best name in the game. I know that. So come on in here, my man.
Come on.
Welcome.
Yeah. There it is.
How you doing?
Well, I had to take the bus here because I couldn't fly here because Baron keeps taking our cash.
Ding, 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 ding. Hey,
That's right.
What are sound effects?
Jason Jaramillo from Stat Hero. How you doing, man? Happy holidays.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for being
Hey,
here.
good,
We
man.
appreciate
What's up,
it.
Jason, man? What's going on, my
I
guy?
can't look at you right now, man.
Hey, no, hey, I'm sorry, man. It's kind of like a thing. It's like a thing. It's like a relationship now.
I want to get into Stat Hero because I need some tips, some advice on how to beat the house, right? Why don't, for those of people out there watching or listening right now who don't know what Stat Hero is or they're not hip to the game yet, give them a little lowdown on why you guys are different from so many people who are in the kind of like daily fantasy space.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the whole reason why I created Stat Hero is simply because I never won. I never won fantasy. I never won at sports betting.
Yeah.
And if I did win, it was short-lived. That most people can actually say, right? So I wanted to create something that you didn't have to invest a ton of time doing, but you always had a chance to win, right?
Yeah.
Regular fantasy, you're playing thousands of people. Happened to me yesterday with football.
Right.
I thought I was killing it. And I look, and I was like 181th place out of like 1,500 people. And
That's pretty good.
That's actually
Still.
good.
Yeah, it's like
It's
top
actually-
12%.
That's really, yeah, that's
give or
it.
take,
kinda
right?
That's good.
It's kind of decent.
I won like 180 bucks, and I was like, "This is," and I'm probably not going to ever do that well, you know.
Right,
And I
right.
own a fantasy company, right?
Yeah.
So,
But also, it's like for you, it's like a sport, and for some people, it's a hack.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like,
they do it for a living, man.
yeah,
Right.
It's almost like you.
Yeah.
What are you playing for?
Right.
You know
so
what I
it's
mean? Like,
I'm not a
yeah,
professional, but I know a lot about sports and I play fantasy and I do this, so I want to get in, but I don't want to go against these people who are like, this is the only thing they're doing. I'm trying to have a life and play
Sure.
fantasy sports. So you're saying that's why Stat Hero is good for, I can take on one person, you guys, the house, right? Versus thousands and thousands of people out there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. And the crazy thing, the thing I wanted to incorporate, that's the biggest deal, is that we show you our lineups ahead of time.
Yeah.
So you could pick and choose who you think you could beat. And
Like that.
you know, if you don't think you could beat us, then you don't have to play it.
Right.
But versus, you know, a traditional fantasy site, you have no idea who you're playing. You know, like Barron was saying, you know, there's algorithms, there's these people putting in these, you know, homemade cheat codes or whatever they need to
Right.
do,
Right.
right, to win.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the reason why I created Stat Hero. So basically, it's as simple as it can be. Is you play the house 1-on-1, you see the lineups ahead of time, winner take all.
I love
you
it.
call the stakes, and
and you
that's us, man.
cannot cheat, right? So here's the thing.
I'm starting to second guess that.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing though. They always accuse me of cheating. How can you cheat? You know, like that's why it's like I don't even have to worry about you. I don't have to worry about making trades with you. I don't have to worry about. Well, I do like this guy because he gives me like all the best trades
we do
in
live
the
fantasy
world.
trades
Yeah,
every week.
I
season-long fantasy teams.
Yeah.
and BD takes
yeah, we
advantage
have
of our
we're in
producer.
this fantasy league.
Live
We're in
during
like
the show.
15 fantasy leagues just to like, you know, just they make all these fantasy leagues so they can at least get a title in something. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
And
It's
so
nice
it's
of you,
like,
Baron.
yeah, it's like
Right,
that
there's a lot of leagues.
they make like
So you get a
eight.
title
They'll
or
make
something.
8 fantasy like different leagues with different titles because they know I cannot keep up with all of them, right? And so
They're not even arguing with you. That's the.
That's,
You know what I
that
mean?
was your
Because-
league.
Yeah.
This week that was your league.
no, I created my league and invited
was your
you.
league.
Then he invited me to a league. Then he invited me. I was like, dude, can we like focus in on like one competitive league? And then I started making trades and moves. And then they start complaining. That's why I like Stat Hero, because guess what? It's a mano-a-mano situation.
That's right. Yeah.
And someone like you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The way you play, or the way I've seen you play like fantasy, and like the way you've called, you know, games, Mr. Hot Takes over there. You know what I mean? Hey, Jason,
Yeah.
you can take all his money. Because look, this guy, he is.
I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make one.
He is an aficionado, but he is the king of hot takes. What is what?
Nah, for a nightly
hot
basis, I'd be great. A nightly basis.
Well, let's
You
go.
will be pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'd be pretty good. Like front court.
Well, let's
against
go.
front
Let's
court.
We got a
Let's
full
go.
slate of NBA action tonight, and there's actually a special promo running right now. Use promo code Barron, and you can get 100% deposit bonus today. And you got some like Baron Davis themed backcourt challenges, the posterizing
Jason's my
Andre
guy.
Karolinko front court, the behind the back pass to himself, the Baron's Army, the Andre the Giant. I like what these different games and lineups are, where you try to beat your lineup. This makes a lot of sense. I got to see which one of these I want to get in on. Ooh, the Plastic Man 7 p.m. slate. I like this. Yeah. Are there any tips out there? Not that you're going to give away the trade secrets here, but what tips? Any advice? Because when you come to Stat Hero,
Sure.
there's a lot you can do. You can do all different sports. We're talking NBA right now, but you got NFL, you got college sports, you got NHL, you even got golf on here. So someone who comes on Any tips, any advice to navigate through the app and the website for
Yeah.
someone who's new to Stat Hero?
So I'd say tips. What probably the listeners are probably most interested in is why we set our lineups the way that we do. What's more advantageous for maybe a beginner player to play versus somebody that knows NBA quite well and wants to invest the time.
Sure.
So we offer anywhere from 2 versus 2. So we pick 2 players, you pick 2 players.
I like that.
All the way up to 6 versus 6. Now,
Yeah.
the 2 versus 2 and the 3 versus 3, those are more like, the novice players, the guys that just want to put something in, have something on the game.
Yep.
Everybody knows 2 decent players in the NBA. They can go up against 2 players. Right?
Sure.
The 5 and 6 player contests are more, you're going to probably spend a little bit more time to win. There's a little bit more strategy involved.
Sure.
So I would say if you're a beginner player on Stat Hero, try the 2-on-2, the 3-on-3.
Yep.
Those are, completely up in the air.
Good introduction.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there one
Great
that's easier to win?
introduction.
Because that's what I need that advice.
Why don't you ask Baron that? I mean,
Yeah, I know.
clearly.
Baron,
You got it.
you didn't want to. You don't want to give it away. You don't want to tell me what to do.
know,
I
and-
see. I
and-
see.
I'm setting
Yeah,
up
yeah.
me a lineup right now too. I got a hot one going.
Ooh, I don't want to face
on the
this
5
lineup.
versus 5 Baron's Army.
Baron's Army.
Am I allowed to share my pick'ems with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so
Jared Allen's been balling.
Unless they win, then you're not allowed to show them.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
right.
Jared Allen has been
balling.
balling.
The Cavs have been balling, man.
Cavs
I'm
have
a
been
balling.
I'm a
Cavs have been
Cavs fan.
balling.
Darius
Cavs have been
Garland,
balling. Cavs have been
Jared
balling.
Allen. Let's go.
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. We got the Rookie of the Year. Maybe most improved. Miles Bridges probably has it right now. But Darius Garland's coming up.
Garland.
Darius Garland is
Balling.
killing.
Yeah,
dude.
he's killing it right now. He had 32
Bro, he
and
is
10 the
getting
other night, I
so
think. And,
busy.
yeah, he's playing great. They've been a lot of fun. We're gonna keep talking about this. Set your lineup, but I also want to talk about some kind of late breaking news in the NBA that dropped today. Shams is reporting that Damian Lillard wants to play with Ben Simmons. So we started the season a lot of Ben Simmons.
Smart move.
That's kind of died down, but now at this point, both those teams are around 500. They both want to be title contenders. They're not quite in that conversation yet. They kind of stalled a little bit. So Lillard has said he wants to stay in Portland, but he wants Ben Simmons there. So I don't know. Is that him throwing CJ McCollum under the bus a little bit? Is it time for CJ, for Ben Simmons and some other pieces? What do you think? If that trade went down, there would be some other pieces involved, I'm sure. But if CJ McCollum were a member of Philly, add him to their roster, and you add Ben Simmons in place of CJ for Portland, which team takes a bigger jump, a bigger leap towards title contention?
I mean, obviously, immediately, I think it's Philly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, to me, Philly is a good team. They've had their issues with COVID this season, but they're a good team. But Ben Simmons is not playing. If you get CJ, you at least add somebody who can score 20 points a night. He'd probably be one of their, outside of Embiid, maybe their best half-court option. And if you're the Blazers, I mean, first of all, it's Portland. It's not like you get to sign stars usually.
Right.
Ben Simmons is still a guy who's a young star in this league. I think he's 25 years old. Like, you have another, and Dame is what I think in his 30s, 31, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you have your next 5 years solidified if you can get Ben Simmons to your organization. So, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, this was something I looked at all season, like, I thought would eventually happen. I thought it would be Dame for Ben Simmons, but the way that Philly has kind of treated Ben Simmons, I don't, it's probably the best deal that they would probably get also as well.
I just worked me a lineup.
We're going to come back to that.
I agree. I do agree. I feel like that is what Portland was missing. When Portland, I believe, went to the Western Conference Finals that year.
they did.
Conference finals.
It was I think it was like Harkless,
Al Farouk.
They had a lot of great play to beat the Clippers at their wing position, and they were very, very just kind of like diverse and hungry, and you know what I mean? Just all the recipes of what a Ben Simmons could do for them by having 2 small guards. You know what I mean? So, I like the move. You know what I'm saying?
If that were to happen, who do you like it more for? For both teams?
I like it for. Actually, I do like it for both teams because if you look at Philly, what they're getting great play from Seth Curry.
Yeah.
At the 2 position. Now you're getting a better 2 guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have enough height and enough, front court like height to have smaller. Like you can get away in the East with smaller guards because of the trays. Drew Holiday, he's not like he's a big guard. He would be considered a big guard, but you're playing against Van Fleet. The Kimbas, you're playing against small Cole Anthony. All those are big guards, but
Kyle
they're small.
Lowry.
Yeah, they're smaller guards,
Right,
and I
right.
think that McCullough could actually get a lot of space and be a integral scoring threat
Yeah.
that Philly needs, that they are lacking with Ben Simmons, right? So having Ben Simmons in the game
Right.
as a playmaker, he's not shooting the ball, but having McCullough in the game as a playmaker, you have to pay attention to him. You know what I mean?
Jason, I know you're an NBA fan. What do you think? You like a trade like that to get done, and who would win a trade like that? Both teams, or would it make Philly a title contender if they added C.J. McCollum to their current roster? Would Portland take a leap? Would it be an upgrade getting Ben Simmons over C.J. McCollum?
Man, I mean, how does Philly not get better with that trade? I like Philly on that for sure. The Portland thing, man, is Dame saying he wants the ball more? Because Simmons isn't a scorer. I feel like he's more of a facilitator. So
Right.
What is he? The fact that he just came out and said that, is he basically saying he's not getting the ball enough? Which is kind of hard to believe. To me.
No, I think he needs reinforcement. Right? He needs just a bigger guard. And when you talk about the things that Portland lack, like they not stopping no Kawhi, no Paul George, you know what I mean? Like their matchup problems are really coming from like big guards, you know what I mean? The Devin Bookers, the things like that. Like you don't have no defense in your backcourt.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to say it. Like
it's
there is no defense in the backcourt, and then when you put Ben Simmons at the point, right, or the point forward, then Dame is still your lead guard, and you're freeing him up to have more Steph Curry moments, which they need for him to win. You know what I mean? And so he can stay automatic and become even more dangerous, you know what I mean, by not having to bring the ball up, drive to the basket, get a pick and roll, you know what I mean, or pass the ball around just to get the ball back at the end of the shot clock to take a shot. It's like now you can actually use Ben Simmons to create and make plays for not only Dame, right, but for other people.
Well, reportedly, the Portland Trailblazers offered C.J. McCollum a first-round draft pick and a young player like Anthony Simons or Nasir Little in exchange for Ben Simmons, and Philly said
That's
no
not
to
enough.
that. Philly said no.
That
Philly
is
said they
not
wanted
enough.
more draft picks and draft pick swaps in exchange, which Portland wasn't ready to do. So Daryl Morey is really like digging his feet in, right? He like does not
Daryl
want to.
Morey is, man.
But at some point, you
It's-
got Joel Embiid.
it's-
I ain't
in
gonna
his
say
prime.
nothing.
It's technically not enough, but with the way that they've talked about him, I don't know how you get too much more.
Yeah, how much more
Like
can you get?
no, it's not enough. But in theory, you want a star for a star.
Sure, but
I
if you're
think
not,
CJ is a star. I don't think he's Ben Simmons, but I do think he's a star. So in theory, it's not enough. But like with the way you done talked about the man over the past,
But you are getting some picks,
you getting
and you getting damn near a 3-for-1.
I think it's the best
Exactly.
they're gonna do.
I
think
That's
the
they're
best
gonna
they
get
gonna
better.
do.
It's the best
you
they
know.
gonna do.
Yeah,
Jason, when you look at, okay, let's say Ben Simmons and McCullough and what that does for like Stat Hero,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you program in Stat Hero,
Right.
Like how do you what kind of value do you place on like this type of trade and the impact on
Well,
the app?
I would say this.
Not you.
Oh, you said my name's Jason too, bro. I'm gonna tell
Do you build
my God.
technology, bro?
Yeah, hey man.
Do you,
you know,
like,
Thank you. I know. You said Jason. I'm ready.
That's a
I'm always
funny thing.
ready. Let's go. Okay.
No, it's a
Jason,
good
yes.
question. But I mean, first of all, Lillard's price would go sky high. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, yeah, yeah. No, he. Yeah, I mean that would be it. I mean, we don't for Stat Hero to keep it fun and exciting. I only want to reward offensive statistics.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much Simmons would go up. But I don't know. Would McCollum put up the same numbers in Philly that he does?
Philly
in
has
Probably.
a lot of injury
Think
issues,
so?
Probably
you
around
gotta
the same.
you gotta find the right nights when Tobias Harris. If they're fully loaded with Tobias Harris and Embiid and CJ McCollum and Seth
What does he get
Curry,
average right now? Is it like 20 or like
kind
20,
of like what he always
23?
does, like around 20,
Like
and,
18 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
He would be more important, and I think he would average less, but be more important.
Especially at the end of games.
He would
Right.
be a closer for them
Yeah.
instead of we know who the closer is for Portland.
Right.
So CJ actually gets to like be what he wants to be. I think it works out for everybody.
Yeah,
But to that point, thinking about Stat Hero, and thinking about it rewards people for offense. Like someone like Ben Simmons, he's not gonna have great offensive value. Like his offensive capacity. He'll be around 16 points in the
assists,
West
rebounds,
because he'll
he's
get
a
to the
triple-double.
bucket more. Yeah, he'll get, but that's I don't know.
No, those guys are important. I mean, when you're making a lineup, the guys that usually win and beat us.
Yeah.
Anybody can pick a superstar, right?
Right.
But it's those those middle guys, those low salary guys
Yep.
that you
Yeah.
can nail. And
I should have been on early in the season, man, because I was
Interesting.
on Mobamba early.
Oh, there you go, man.
Yeah, you was
guys
picking the
like
wrong
that.
people though.
Oh my God! Do you want to see? Would you like to see our lineups for our
season-long
for our
fantasy?
season
Yeah,
long
let's
fantasy?
check it out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
check
you
it
can take a
out
look at our
so
season-long.
you
I'm
can
playing you this
see.
week.
who's winning, by the way?
I'm playing you
Not
this
me,
week.
'cause I
Why
gave
is
him all my
everyone
picks.
pointing at me today?
Our record-
What is going on? Everyone
is tied for
everybody
third
is
place.
pointing, slicing knives at me.
Man.
Now
Baron
look,
and Pavy are tied for third place.
the
at 4-3,
only-
and I'm Team Jay-Z.
the only
Fish, so
reason
it's
why, Jason, I am in fifth
This
place.
is true. This is true.
The only reason why I'm in fifth place
Yeah.
is because I choose to be. I have the best team. I made the best trade, right?
The worst.
I made the best trade.
No, you did. You did.
And
Yeah, you kinda-
I like to hover in the middle of the pack because I'm the one who makes the trades. Can we please look
That made
at
no
my
sense.
team
You
from
really
last
thought
week and my team this week?
Add some drama to the league. I like it. Man.
Yeah.
Who?
All right, this is TPJ's team. Paul George has been balling this year. Tyler Hero just got it. Here's BD's team. LaMelo, Zach LaVine, and Jaylen Brown. He just got in a trade that we were pissed about. He got Giannis. He's got Mo Bamba, who I told him to draft, which I
gosh.
not should have. He wants that Ben Simmons trade to go down because Ben Simmons is taking up a roster spot. And he's got Klay Thompson coming back later this year. Harris Levert.
Pretty stacked team.
It is.
That's he
you're
Oh
right.
my gosh!
Your team is
Oh my gosh! Look at him!
two
Now
All-Stars,
yeah. See,
gave him
this
two
is what we
All-Stars,
wanted
bro.
to
Why would you
hear.
do that?
This
No, it
is
didn't, bro.
what
No, it didn't,
we've
bro.
been
No, it
waiting
didn't, bro.
for.
No, it
Last
didn't,
week
bro.
he got Zach LaVine and Jaylen Brown for
my
Brandon Ingram. He gave us
No, that's not true. I got Brandon Ingram, Tyler Hero, and Patty Mills back. What's wrong
All right, I forgot. Tyler.
Yeah,
That was an even trade, bro.
Because he didn't set his lineup.
Because I did not.
Lineup,
I literally didn't set my
He
lineup
didn't set his lineup.
because I was traveling. I was in Miami. Did you go to Miami?
I was there the week before. I didn't make it to Basel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was.
That's
Basel
another
was
good thing about
fun.
Stat here, though, is because you get busy with this league and everything. It's like
Yeah.
you get to set your lineup. It's
Right.
like you're just in. Honestly, Stat
That's
Hero,
true.
it's like you're
Right,
in.
it's
You're
like
you don't have
boop,
to.
boop.
The 1 week you're traveling and
Consistently.
you forget to set it, then you lose. That's so frustrating. It's happened to me too. Stat here, you don't
Oh
have to
my
deal with that.
gosh.
It's just like
I didn't trust myself setting good lineups after a week at Basel. That's for sure.
That's why I'll take that loss. Let's look at Jason Zone's team.
oh, my team
For a
is the most
minute.
injured team ever, man. All right, De'Aaron Fox been disappointing so far. Michael Porter, I cut him. You can go ahead and delete him from my life.
De'Aaron Fox has been balling.
He's been okay. He's not been as good as I thought he would be. Jokic has been balling. He's holding it down. But Will Barton's been good. Desmond Bane was a good pickup. But everybody's hurt on my squad, man. Yeah.
I offered you a trade in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and I accepted it.
Wait, hold on. This is the difference between why I get excited about Stat Hero.
Yeah.
Right? Because I cannot be finagled. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
I proposed this man a trade
Yeah.
the first week of the season.
Right.
He did not believe in the trajectory of his players versus my players. I know that the NBA is a marathon, not a sprint. Mm-hmm. He comes back 3 weeks later, goes into the app, and accepts the trade.
It was up there for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
there for
well,
3
he
weeks.
should have canceled it. He kept it up there. So I accepted
Wait,
it later. I
wait.
liked it later. I thought I had to think about it.
No. It gets worse. It gets worse.
I had to think about it.
No, it gets worse. It gets worse. He knows that I'm not going to make it on, because we usually do our trades live and things like that.
Yeah.
We do our Stat Hero live. We pick our teams. You know what I mean? Like, like this is like our get down. He accepts the trade live on the air
Yes.
while I'm nowhere to be found. And he comes to me afterwards. He was like, yeah, I accepted the trade, for the show.
What you mean? I accepted the trade.
You weren't here.
And so I don't talk trading with this guy anymore. I just talk about basically like my GM moves for Stat Hero. And then he be hearing me selecting my players. And now he's steadily trying to trade with me.
Yeah, well, that's another reason I like Stat Hero.
But I got a
trade
whole-
with you. I just,
But see, like it's a whole, like I'm gonna tell you, I have a whole process, right? Because I'm addicted to like fantasy sports now. I'm addicted to daily fantasy, and I don't like to call it gambling. I like to call it competitive winning, and I get paid for my
Competitive winning.
expertise.
That's right.
You know what I
That's right.
mean?
Skill involved.
Just to kind of make it a little bit more like I want everybody to be a part of this. You know what I mean? But so Stat Hero actually gives you great value of the guys in that day. So once I go through Stat Hero and go through all the picks, then I already know which lineups and which players I'm going to play for my fantasy league and who I'm playing against.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm never confused who I'm rooting for, who I'm rooting against, and I know their value. You see how he's paying attention? Look at this guy. That is a student of the game.
Nah, because even when you said, right, all right, y'all value offense, so it's like random people who I would, because Sleeper values actually defense just as much as offense. Like,
Yeah.
it's like if somebody gets 4
blocks,
steals,
steals.
it's the same as somebody scoring 20 points. But you said your app values.
Well, I take that back. Blocks and steals are a part of ours.
Okay, so blocks and steals are a
of
part.
ours,
Okay.
yes.
Sure.
Yeah, they cover the whole. They cover the gamut.
Yeah.
And so like it's
value.
good.
Does it lean heavier to one or the other?
Yes, it actually does. We reward steals quite a bit actually, steals and blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
so
see,
defense-
see.
that's why you
So I
do-
misspoke there.
Yeah, that's what
see,
that's what I was
see,
saying. Like, yeah, that's
see.
what
Alright,
what
cool.
I'm
I'm
saying,
trying to throw
bro.
anything I can to
Like-
throw them off.
Yeah, I know. Man, see.
But it's a good palette for like, especially if in our league, because you just got to pick one game for the week. So all you got to do is go to every day. Well, every day I like to play my own GM. I'm wearing my GM hat, but it also gonna give me the better pick for my. That's why. Right, watch. I'm about to go on like a 15 game winning streak
Whoa.
starting against you. Let's see his team.
It's gonna be tough. I made a trade. I got
And
cooked
then-
last week.
And then for the people that are tapping in with us, can we show them the Stat Hero, how the Stat Hero functions, or is that not?
Well, let me ask
possible?
you this. So, like, I'm looking at this right now, and
Because-
tonight I want to take on this 2-on-2 matchup.
people are looking at me. Side eye. Don't do it, BD.
I want to take
Don't
on.
do it.
I
Okay,
got a
just pull
question,
out your
BD.
phone
BD.
and download it. Okay,
That's
and then
right.
walk with me.
So I think this is a beatable lineup. Not to tell people how
please.
to. I think Karl Anthony Towns, Chris Middleton. Now, if Karl Anthony Towns doesn't play tonight, what happens? Is that
Okay,
a
You
go?
lose.
So both
Yeah,
players
they must play.
Yes. Well, so players get the opportunity if
Yeah.
your player's out
Yeah.
to switch them out.
If my player's out,
If
now
your
what
player's
if
out.
your player,
If
Stat
our
Hero's
player's out, it's a refundable it's a refund
Okay,
contest.
got it. Now, Karl Anthony Towns is questionable. He's missed the last 2 games. I'm hoping that Karl Anthony Towns does play, but maybe they restrict his minutes. Maybe he takes it easy.
Who they
He's coming
playing?
off injury. I don't care who they're playing. He's soft. So
Wow.
I'm saying,
Wow.
yeah, he is.
Wow.
He is soft. I like him but he's soft. So
Wow.
I think I'm
That
just
was a
saying. I
statement.
think this is a good one to target because hope that he plays.
That was
Yeah.
a hell of a statement.
Booger Wolf statement. You're like a booger wolf.
Is that a crazy statement? Karl
Like a
Anthony Towns
booger
is
wolf.
soft?
Nah, I mean, he done squabbled on the court before.
Hey,
I
bro,
think
don't
he's
do
soft.
that. Don't do that.
Soft. With who?
Now, all right, now when,
Embiid.
hey, bro, when
Embiid
now,
crushed him,
now-
man.
now-
He crushed him. He made it. This is a joke.
bro,
I think
he gonna
I don't
beat
know, I'm
you
just saying,
up.
I'm not trying to.
Jay, no, honestly, that strategy.
Cut face you.
He gonna
cut
kick
face
his
you at
ass.
All-Star
I think that's a
Weekend.
good strategy. It's like Karl Anthony Towns. He might come back, but he might be on a minutes restriction. They might be, careful.
It's a back
because
too,
he's
right?
Fragile.
It's a back injury, right?
Yes, exactly. He fell on his tailbone. It looked awful. So I'm going for that one. And Chris Middleton, who is hit or miss. Chris Middleton. He could have a big game, but also there's games he kind of disappears.
Yeah, but who are they
so that's
playing?
one. Who are they playing? I should look that up.
That matters a
hold on,
lot.
I'll tell you. All right, you're making me do research. I was just feeling it in the moment. The Bucks are playing the Cavs, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA this season. Thank you very much. So
I
they're
gotta
gonna
talk to my NBA guy. What's
Lock
Yeah,
him
but who's
down.
gonna be? Yeah, but who's
Lock
gonna be
him
guarding
down.
Chris Middleton though?
Yeah, and Minnesota is taking on the Hawks. Now, if he plays, that would be up and down game. There's an opportunity for a lot of points there, But I think I can beat this squad for sure. Yeah. It's game
With who?
over. With who? I'm going to tell you right now. Let's see.
What
like-
tell us a little bit more, like what's the goal? Like, you built this, like you kind of built this with, like yourself in mind, the everyday fan, the everyday, like fantasy enthused, like sports fanatic, where else do you envision, taking Stat Hero?
Innovation, man. This whole industry is lacking innovation. Everybody's talking about sports betting. You see about 15 different commercials every other hour, and everybody still has a love for fantasy sports, but you just need to give them a realistic shot at winning something, right? Yep. So, actually, this week we're coming out with a brand new gameplay, Baron. If you see this gameplay. Basically, what it is we're going to give you 2 predetermined lineups. So Team A versus Team B, and all you got to do is tell me who's going to win, and you put money on it.
That's easy.
Yeah. So I give you a lineup, a fantasy
like
lineup. Yeah. Of just a bunch of different players and different teams, and every day we're going to be offering that football, basketball, hockey, golf. It's going to be cool, man. And
Nice.
the reason that was created was just to give an even quicker way to be able to play fantasy, and anybody can just pick one team and be able to kind of using their
great.
skill and their knowledge, right?
I could do that all day. Let's go.
So
You
that'll be
want a
out this
winner
week.
right now? Should I give away a winner?
Let me see it.
All right. So
But I'm gonna hold you to this now.
yeah, I'm locking this in. So I'm taking it's just 2-on-2, so it's very easy to understand. Stat Hero has Karl Anthony Towns taking on the Hawks and Chris Middleton against the Cavs. All right. I'm locking in Paul George tonight against the Blazers and Jaren Jackson Jr. against the Heat. Okay.
Wait, what? Who? You said who?
I have Paul George and Jaren Jackson Jr. from Memphis, who John Morant is out, and
yeah, but he don't really be going out there.
Jaren
giving
Jackson
30,
Jr.
though.
What are you talking about?
Wait till he clicks submit before you start giving him advice.
No, what are you talking about? What do you mean I have the worst picks? BD just texted me
And
I
who
have the
the,
worst picks. What is this shit?
Clippers playing. I should know this. Who the Clippers playing? I
They
should
play
know this.
Portland.
okay.
Paul George and Jaren Jackson Jr. are beating Karl Anthony Towns and Chris Middleton tonight. I'm doing it. It's in.
He's calling a shot.
That's right.
I like
All right.
that.
Yep. Okay.
Gonna wake up in the morning
All
mad.
right. Look that up. Thank you, Stat Hero, for the little extra holiday spending money tonight. When that comes through, we'll see.
Hey,
about
it's
that.
Christmas time, man. I'm
That's
telling
right.
you.
That's right. BD, you got a lot going on for Christmas time. You want to tell everybody some of the stuff that's happening here at SLiC, in the SLiC Baron Davis universe around the holidays?
Yeah, man, we got just came back from Miami, working on our NFT for Black Santa and You Wish. So we dropping the Black Santa NFT. That is going to be December 17th. On December 18th, we're going to be having like a nice little kind of drop party, holiday party, and dinner, for friends. On December 19th, for NFT holders, we're going to have a block party, which is, Jay-Zone. He going to be hosting a few of our friends. And it's like carnivals, basketball games, selfie museums, just like a day of content.
Yeah.
Fun, bring your kids, face painting, all, Black